kind of have a point there because I always wondered, like, if a woman's attracted to you and that swag, that juice there, does that?
She gonna go.
She gonna overlook something. She gonna be like, you know what? And don't digmatize her now. Don't.
But how you had confidence even when you didn't have money.
Yeah.
Some dudes don't move like that.
They don't.
So that's what I'm saying. You still was secure.
Then at that age, you didn't have much to like. You were still grinding. You didn't have much
Grinding
to
still.
risk.
So you're going to get a pass.
As you get older, now you're looking at things a little more
different because you got mortgages.
You got mortgage. I mean, you got assets. Things you might vet a little bit more differently. But to answer your question, as far as like a person staying in their lane and whatnot, ideally, it shouldn't matter.
It should, but
ideally,
I get where you're going.
Ideally, it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't, but it does.
But I'm gonna just say this: for men, in some retrospective, it does, because we all know men are judged on by the value that we bring to society.
Okay.
They always say the type of man, comedians have said, the type of man that you see a guy with shows what kind of income he has. And even with women, and I even say this because women are programmed to date up, right?
Yeah.
And men are looked at to always date down. To be looked at as leaper. I know society has changed where now women are earning and kind of pacing the same level as men, but their standards are still here because you can't defeat science and biology. It's always in women's biological imperative to always want somebody better than greater than them. That's what I try to educate women to do that. When you get to this certain level, you earn like a man, your standard's still gonna be here. But there are not enough men here. There's not enough people up here. Everybody's fighting for the top. So either y'all gonna have to compete for that one man or figure it out. So, but then that's the reason why men work their ass off to get to that certain level because they understand hypergamy and how women are designed and programmed. So, in essence, ideally, yes, it shouldn't matter, right?
Right, it should.
But in order for a man to have that abundance, you do want to improve on yourself and put the best version of yourself out there. So that way you can be more attractive. Because as men, we want quantity, while women want quality. If they can consolidate all of the desires they want in one man, sure. But us as men, if we only get the chance to pick one woman, right? If society said we only get one woman, we want to make sure, we damn sure want to make sure we get the best woman that we can get.
Yeah, with all the top qualities.
With all the top qualities that we can get.
Yeah, you're right. So, do you feel like women are the same way when it comes to meeting a man? They know in their situations, they're just looking for the best top qualities. I done met some very successful women that say, you know what, at my age, at my bracket, money don't really matter. I'm just looking for somebody who can treat me well, who can do a little bit of stuff around the house, make me laugh at night, maybe throw a little towel, a little robe on me, like make her feel like, so.
They got any applications? They got some?
Bro, I give you the website. Hey, well, I give you the website.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, like it's, man, it's weird, man. Like
it's very weird because I always feel like, man, like, everybody ain't gonna be perfect. Like people ain't gonna always be where you want them to be. But it's like, man, if the right people come together, man, you could go from here to here. You know what I mean? I just really believe that.
Yeah. But what's wrong with dating where you at? Like I don't understand because it's not about people being perfect, but like if you making like 50 and under, what's wrong with dating somebody at your level?
There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing: I've heard women say, and hear me out. I've heard women say, yeah, when I do try to date men on my level, they're arrogant. They got all these options. They feel like they're half-assed and it's lackluster when it comes to dating. But then when I meet a guy a little bit below me, he appreciates me a lot more. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about from the man perspective. What's wrong with the man choosing? Because the question was the man. So what's wrong with the man dating a woman on his level if he makes 50,000.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. But at the same time, if he want to shoot his shot with a woman above his level, I mean, I'm not mad at him either. But I don't. It's no issue.
Because it seems
at all.
like it's more acceptable for y'all to shoot y'all shot. Because we talked about, because I know you
Okay,
love to say
okay.
women love to be delusional, and I do agree with you, but I meet some delusional men. So
Okay.
that's why I say it's like...
Delusional in what way? Explain to me.
As far as their options in shooting their shot all the way out their league, right? And so, again, it seems like it's more acceptable for a man to shoot his shot all the way up here. But when women, the women, if they were underneath
disagree with that.
and they shoot their shot, sometimes they're looking at it as they get labeled as, oh, they want somebody to take care of them. Like they want, and some of them do. They
okay.
want. They're just doing it for money,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Or for the wrong reasons. So that's why I was asking, like, why is it hard for men to date on their level?
I don't think it's hard for men to date on the level. I just think that let's just keep it a billion, man. Everybody has a market. People just trying to get what they can get. You know what I mean? Some dudes can get, because I've met dudes that's right here that can get women up here, and some dudes can get women right here. You got some dudes can't do neither. And I've met
about how they look and stuff?
because of
okay.
physical and sexual market value. Because here's the thing, everybody has a
That
market.
makes sense.
That's just like if me and him are attorneys, but I'm a fat stubby guy, and maybe I'm out of shape, and I don't have any emotional intelligence, but maybe he's just a good looking guy.
Yeah.
He can dress. He smell nice.
He gonna shoot it up.
Even if we both attorneys,
That's what you're saying.
he
Yeah.
may be able to he may be able to get certain women that I just can't be able to get. It may just be that my looks. Maybe I need to get in
Okay,
shape.
but looks,
And it
okay,
could
that
It's
makes
more to it than just
that
that.
But
makes
it
sense.
could be vice versa too, though.
With the women.
Just because
Okay, yeah,
that
that
man
makes
is
sense.
big, just because you got big boy over there that's a lawyer,
Yeah.
and you got your cut boy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about women, bro. That I've came across.
gonna
That
say
I
we like
came
big
across
dudes?
in my time. Well, that's a whole nother subject. But I've been figuring it out. Y'all really, yeah. Okay. So the big dude may carry traits that the handsome dude may not carry.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes when you meet somebody, you meet them where you are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be financially. It could be emotionally. It could be spiritually.
Right.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? So you could connect somebody, you get what I'm saying? Holly Berry is, way up there at the top because you got a good soul. She might not care about your money. You get what I'm saying?
And it's funny you mention that because I've been in situations like that before where I'm trying to get at a chick, but then it's like she wants the lesser guy, but maybe he connect with her on a certain level that maybe I can't. But I'm sitting here looking at like, hella, I make more money than this dude. I look better than this dude. I'm more swagger than this dude. But
I get you.
It may just be a certain connection. Sometimes it's just that
Bro,
that connection.
it's something small. It's very minute. Like, and women pick up on it so fast.
We pay attention on
very
we do.
fast, bro. They pick up on it super fast. So like I said, you could be the cleanest man in the room, but it may be somebody that come in that may got a scruffy beard, but he got a tailored suit.
That's right.
His shoes shined, polished. You get what I'm saying? He cleaned his fingernails. You get what I'm saying? He may have a gap or a buck tooth, or you get what I'm saying? Something a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? But he may come in and that one that you may be going for, he might be standing right beside you, and she look at him like,
what's up?
well, wait a minute. Bro, there's something different about you. And y'all could be, you could be really you could be putting it on.
Yeah.
Women
sometimes your energy and your charisma. And that's another thing I've learned too over the years as a man. Sometimes your energy, your charisma, your aura, man, that's big. You know what I mean?
That's big. That's really big.
We like confidence. And I like when you said about the masculinity, because depending how old you are as a woman, we crave the, like it used to be, very masculine men, right? And so we're missing that, and so a lot of things come with that or whatever, and that can be interpreted different ways. But we like confidence, and sometimes you can look at a guy and be like, either something's going on or just how he moves, he's not confident, you know what I mean? Or are you nice to people in a room? Because you hear a lot of females say, we don't like dudes who are rude. Like, we pay attention.